Hi, this is Adrienne. So happy to be with you, be here with you today. I'm really shifting away from the virus consciousness, which I'm super happy to. In the first, 4 days that we've been sort of streaming together, we've been, cooperating and working with that energy. But today, when we're working with the angelic realms and the spiritual hierarchy and all the different beings, we're shifting our focus now away from the viral consciousness altogether. And we're now, for the time that we will be continuing to meet, we're really moving more into calling in that Reiki Healing Circle and all the beings that are working with us in envisioning our future, really putting energy more into creating and tapping into our future self in the quantum prayer field and beginning to develop a new way of life. Because really, with all that's happening, it's given us an opportunity to break down some of the cycles and some of the things that patterns that we've all been in, and to recreate a new image of our own, the blueprint of ourself, our soul blueprint of what we're really here for, and igniting that and starting to bring that into the world versus feeling perhaps the projections and the impressions of the world that have been passed down for centuries of what we need to do for survival and what we need to do to stay in conditional love. And now breaking that cycle by interrupting all of life. Major big kind of blessing in disguise with that. But in terms of blessing, and breaking that energy, moving into this blessing, that we now get to fit our truer path that maybe we haven't been listening to. What is our tribe of light? What is our sacred archetype? What is our what really lives in our heart's desires that we came here for in this world? And this is our time now. I've seen it in all of my sessions coming up recently of just, it's an opportunity for everybody who is on this path and has been, clearing things and healing things and being of service, that it's really just time to shine. It's really time to show up at a whole new level that the earth and the world and the family of humanity is ready to experience in a whole new way. So it's ultimately a total paradigm shift. And sometimes when you have a paradigm shift, the paradigm that's there has to be broken down, right? Which this is doing a marvelous job of. And then there's this new paradigm. And so we have people who are going through layoffs right now and not really sure what their jobs will look like after this, and industries that are shutting down and things that are changing. But when you start to get in touch with your own inner presence and your own true self, you have a purpose and you are already valued for the purpose of just the beingness of who you are. And the more we begin listening to our soul blueprint and the wisdom of our heart, it will actually show us how to move forward in our life. And so right now, one of the great fears that may be in the collective is the fear of the unknown, because, that does tend to be kind of a fear that humanity tends to have, is a fear of the unknown. But we want to get really comfortable with it and know that being in the unknown is really one of the best places we can be, because it's the place that we're tapping into the field of all potential and all possibilities. It lights up to a magical third option that maybe we had not ever seen before. So that's one reason I'm so excited about that. But, I'm in Aries. I got about 9 planets in Aries. And so all new things just excite me to no end. But anyway, hopefully my enthusiasm will be contagious, and it'll be an inspiration in your life as well. So we can move beyond fear of just leaping off, into the abyss of the wild divine together. And it's going to be okay. You're going to find that as we leap off the cliff, leap off into this abyss that we are all facing right now, it's into the wild divine, and there's really magical and wonderful things there for us. And what makes a difference between people, being pushed off that cliff and struggling versus people leaping off and flying has a lot to do with your inner perception and feeling connected to yourself and confident and having faith, hope, harmony, illumination, some of the rays that we're going to be bringing in today to expand this quantum field of us coming together, recreating a new world together, because it's it's a blessing, it's our responsibility, it's a peace inside of us that we can bring forth right now. It's again, it's an honor. So so let's begin. So we're going to start by just taking a deep breath and relaxing in, following the natural rhythm of our breath. Just breathing in and breathing out. Expanding into the wisdom of the conscious heart and the temple of the great central sun angels. Opening up this quantum prayer field with all of our tribes and councils of light, all joining us and just feeling them coming in. Like there's just so many beautiful and beloved beings, from cosmic avatars, galactic councils, the planetary light beings, the star tribes, the angelic hosts, the ascended masters, the nature kingdom. And just feeling your specific tribe of light coming forth, just feeling into it. Calling them in, standing behind you as this amazing support system, enfolding you. And then also feeling, as we come into the quantum field, just greeting everybody, just saying hello, greetings. I'm glad you're here. I'm sending forth infinite love, adoration, and gratitude for everybody who's joining in, whether it's in this moment or perhaps it is watching this video at a later time. And just being present. And so not only is all of our higher selves really starting to make a very strong resonance in this collective field, but we've got the spiritual hierarchy and all these beings of light joining us and adding to the quantum prayer field. Okay, and so from this space, we want to seal the quantum prayer. The miracle mantle of the mighty Elohim, Seraphim, Cherubim, your guardian angel, and higher cosmic Christ presence. And the all-consuming violet transmuting flame, ruby flame of divine peace, and cosmic Christ flame of divine grace. And just feeling your energy field just enfolded in this light. It's really awesome energy. It's like a threefold flame. And we just basically have things that we want to focus our attention on now. That maybe you've gotten to a threshold where you're no longer interested in all the stories or all the things that are happening. And, not that you want to be aware of the news and aware of things that are happening just in your surroundings and around the world, and to have compassion, to be the compassionate witness with it, but at the same time, not to be overwhelmed by it, and to not to give so much of our power away to it, because now we want to start taking our life force energy, because we're a cosmic unit of light, and we want to start taking that energy of our own cosmic unit of energy and focusing it into our future self and creating that world. So to help with that, as we are in this one heart breath now, calling forth your higher presence to come down before us, joining us. Leaning in with your left shoulder, coming into a tender embrace with your own higher presence. It could be your cosmic Christ presence, I am presence, God presence, divine presence, higher presence, whatever word you want to use. It's going to be pretty much the frequency that matches you, right? And so call that in. Lean into this tender embrace and just being held in it. Because that's, recentering yourself and committing to your own coming back into oneness with yourself is always the first place we want to start. Super helpful. So just breathing into this energy. Just infinite love, adoration, and gratitude. And just noticing, feeling perhaps safe and protected, feeling a sense of unconditional love and acceptance, feeling valued. Using your free will to choose for a higher state of feeling bliss and joy, happiness, gratitude, that you're just choosing for that. You can do that. And just notice how it raises your vibration, that your heart will just start to raise. And that the more you're raising your vibration, the more you're raising the vibration of everything and everyone around you. It's a high level of service to do that. And now as we just begin breathing with our presence, I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out, and just saying to it, I choose you above all else, my own higher presence. I choose you above all else, and just really bonding with that energy, bonding with your own higher presence above all else, because that's your core, that's your inner strength. And as you're breathing in and out, watching how your breath starts to synchronize with the breath of your presence, and this infinity symbol, this beautiful wave of light flowing between your heart and the heart of your presence as you're in this tender embrace. And just locking into that. It's like a heart lock in, feeling your heartbeat beating as one. And now from here, we could do anything. It's an invincible energy from here. And the great thing is that any fears or concerns or worries that you have about yourself, your life, or others, or the world as a whole, when you're connected to your own higher presence, it already knows what's in your best interest. It already knows the right timing of when to do something and when not, who to be around, who not. It already knows how to open up doorways in your life and new potentials, possibilities, people, opportunities. So when you start surrendering your ego and what you think life should be and what you think you have to do on your own, and you just let it go, come to this one heart breath, and you're surrendering into your own divine presence, it already has your best interest in mind. It already has the best vision, the best possible version of your life when we just surrender into it. And so for what we're doing today, that's a really important piece, right? So you're just breathing in. And now let's ground our energy field, because we want to start gathering some cosmic life force energy here as we start focusing into our future self. So we're going to go ahead and open up with the Reiki masters coming in. Ancient Reiki masters for the Usui, the Karuna, all the Reiki energy, that ray of universal healing energy coming in, moving through our bodies, our minds, our emotions, our spirit, all 12 of our chakra systems, all 12 of our dimensional bodies. And just feeling that really nice stream of the emissaries of light, angels of healing, spirit doctors, map coning teams, the Reiki healing energy, just toning your immune system, toning all the organs and nervous system, your brain waves, your nervous system, everything being toned to its highest octave of light. And just feeling your whole body get tuned up. It's like a tune-up for your entire body of perfect health and well-being. Any other health issues you might have been having going on being tuned to its, highest octave of light, highest divine perfection. Okay, now grounding our energy, imagine light coming from the hips all the way down the legs into the core of the earth. So from your hips down, you might notice roots of a tree, a waterfall, a ray of light, just connecting all the way down into the heart of the planet. And how peaceful it feels the minute we put our consciousness in the heart of the planet, that the earth has this amazing healing energy. It's drawing anything from our bodies, our emotions, our minds that aren't serving us, just drawing it down, transmuting it, and rejuvenating and regenerating our body as we come into a one heart breath with the earth now. And just feeling that pulsing breath and that pulse of the heart between your heart and the heart of the earth. And how your whole body starts to come into this natural rhythm with the earth. And that grounding energy, your body heals naturally. And it allows you to access the nature kingdom to really help us to manifest our best and highest good on the planet. So feeling in rhythm with the earth. And now noticing as we come back to our heart center, coming up from the core of the earth, resting in our heart. And from our heart space, I want us to start calling down this cosmic ray of light. Maybe it comes from source. Maybe it comes from the heart of the universe. Maybe it comes from the great central sun, wherever is most comfortable. Whatever aligns from you. Maybe it comes from the energy of God, whatever works best for you. And begin drawing this cosmic light force all the way down through your body, coming down your spine, down to the bottoms of your feet, connecting into that grounding cord, making a little loop, and then coming back up the front of your body. When it gets to the neck, it flows out the hands, but it continues up to the top of the head and fountains out. It just fountains out like this golden, white, yellowish, beautiful cosmic ray of light, and it creates an orb around your body that tucks back down into that grounding cord. And anything that's not serving you, that cosmic light is streaming through you, inspiring you, expanding your energy field, clearing anything, any blockages, any illnesses, any stuck energy, anything you've been processing, any thought forms, emotions, physical issues. It's just healing it. Man, that cosmic energy is so cool because it's just healing it right as it flows. And it's just pushing it up and back down into the earth and letting it go. It's also rejuvenating you. And so as we are calling this cosmic light down, we're going to now turn up the ampage to 50%. And just imagine turning it up 50% and just feeling this energy running faster. It's really igniting the cells of your body and your energy field and your meridian systems. And it's not a racy energy. It's that 50% it's like a power. It's like giving your body more empowerment, more light, more cosmic download of energy, right? And so that 50% really kicks out even more toxicity, more imbalances, more stuck or trapped emotions, thought forms. It just kind of feels good. It almost like has this smoothing effect on the nervous system, on the tissues, the organs, the glands, the muscles, the bones, all the endocrine systems, glandular systems. And now we're going to turn it up to 100%. And just feel that cosmic loop of energy streaming down your back, making a loop at the bottom of your feet, coming back up the front of your body, streaming out like a fountain of light, just pushing anything out of your body that you've been processing, anything that you're ready to let go of and release. At the same time, it is cleansing and clearing your cells. It is amplifying and igniting your DNA in your own soul blueprint. It has a lot of healing potentials to it as we're breathing this through our body. Now, we're going to use this cosmic energy first and foremost to clear our body. It also, this orb of light, is if you're out walking or you're out in public, you can ground your energy, call in this cosmic orb of light to stream through you. So when you're out in public, this cosmic frequency is such a high vibration that it will repel anything that is not of that light vibration. So it's like this natural force field of energy. So it will push out other EMF fields that aren't serving you. It will push out viruses, bacteria. It'll push out projections. It repels negativity, fear, discord, human effluvia, entities, elemental life force energies, discarnates, dark, demonic, Luciferian, satanic energies. It just repels it onto its natural evolutionary path. It just doesn't have to touch you. It's not necessary. Unless it's your karma and you want it to, or maybe there's something you're learning from it, that's okay. And you don't want to be in judgment with that either. But for a lot of it, it's just like sort of junk in the atmosphere that you're picking up people's thought forms and emotions and stresses in the earth and stresses in the energy field. And it just literally distresses you. And then it causes you to be distracted from where you really want to be putting the inspiration of your life force energy, which has so much value to it, into the realms and the possibilities and the vision and the heart's desires that you personally came here to experience. And again, when you start choosing your life and you start making your higher presence, you choose it above all else, it helps you to focus and synchronize yourself with your own higher presence coming through you. And connecting you into the planet. So, and what it is that you came here for is your higher vision. So now we have this energy really ramped up. You can hear it. I'm talking a lot faster, but you have that energy really ramped up. Now we want to, from the heart-centered connection to our own inner presence, we want to go ahead and start connecting now to our future self, going 2 years out. Our future self 2 years out, and just allow yourself to connect to that part of yourself. And so we're just making a heart-to-heart connection. It's like an infinity symbol, like a figure 8. And we're making an infinity symbol between your heart, which is in this tender embrace with your presence, and the heart of your future self 2 years out, who is also being held in a tender embrace with your presence, right? Because in this quantum field, there really is no time, space, dimension kind of thing. So it's very easy to tap into things in that way. So as we are really resonating and breathing into your future self, now with your future self, I want you to notice if we were one with your future self, we're, bringing it into this tender embrace, and we are one with your future self 2 years out, and you start to look through the eyes of your future self. You're visioning, you're looking out into your world 2 years out that's in connection, that's been creating with your higher presence and all these beings of light. And I want you to notice the middle path. I want you to notice your life, because sometimes we see a path before us that our parents wanted us to do. Sometimes we see a path before us that our parents didn't want us to do, and we choose it. Sometimes we're seeing a path that is just by default. We didn't really choose it at all. It's just there, right? So sometimes we're choosing a life path that isn't really authentic to us. It's got these projections and these things on it, right? And what we're seeking in our future self is the path that's before us that is most aligned to the one that we feel the elevated emotion of joy, happiness, gratitude, contentment, bliss. The one that feels best to us, one that we don't have to work so hard and try so hard and carry the world on our shoulders, but also not one where we're just sitting back and maybe doing nothing because we're afraid or don't know what to do. It's like this really nice middle path. So it's not that nothing's going to change, and it's not that we have to take on the world. There's this place in the middle that's really nice. It's a magical third option, right? And that's the one we're asking to come in. So again, just taking a moment to connect into this energy. Envisioning, co-creating your life. Allowing your presence, your higher presence, to show you your most perfected life path. Notice who's around you. Notice how you feel. Notice what you're wearing. Try to get as much feeling tone, as much visual content feeling tone as possible. Maybe it's even a clairsentient knowing. Maybe you audibly hear it. Maybe you feel it in your body's wisdom. And as we move into the unknown of this moment, right? How much is unknown and what we're not sure about. And when you go 2 years out, sort of notice how things are turning out for you. Notice if things might be better than you could have imagined possible. You don't have to know how. You don't have to know when it's going to happen. You don't know how it's going to happen. You're just allowing the vision in your heart, the one that feels most unconditionally loving to you, to be brought forth. Just feeling your body perhaps relaxing, knowing that everything's going to be okay. That yes, things are changing and some might seem a little unsettled in the moment, but things are going to be okay. No matter what happens, you're going to be okay. And feeling where your light is igniting on the planet, that whatever you came here for, whatever your soul blueprint is, that you've come to experience for you, for your personal soul's highest evolutionary path. And you're using your free will to choose it. And noticing how your life path is contributing to others, contributing to the earth, contributing to your own soul's evolution and well-being. And if anybody's benefiting from this path that you've chosen, that's come to you, that's aligned for you, and how does that feel? Maybe it's different than you ever thought you would be doing, but maybe it feels good in your heart to be doing it. Now, as we ask this energy to be sealed in the mighty flames of victory. Victory is mighty victory is a cosmic avatar. It's actual being. I know it's a quality essence, but it's also a cosmic being. And so we're calling forth to the mighty flames of victory to seal this path and seal this vision, asking it to be blessed on the altar of the silent watcher, blessed by the divine director and the rays of harmony to come forth and begin harmonizing this path, lining everything up in front of you without you even having to really work at it. Calling forth the rays of hope to ignite in your heart with the Archangel Chamuel. Calling forth to the rays of illumination, illuminating this path, inspiring you and those around you to come into harmony and to illuminate this path from the sacred fire love of the great central sun backing you now. And as all these three rays come together, working in harmony, working together, illuminating, harmonious, and hope, that it is creating and igniting this flame of miracles, like the miracle frequency, the opening all the golden doors of a synchronicity of miracles before you for the vision, and just claim it, choose it. Don't be indecisive about this. This is something you want. If it feels good, you may not have all the vision and all the details yet. Don't worry about it. Whatever little piece you could get, a color, a light, a person, a face, something you were wearing, a feeling tone about your life, whatever it was you got, commit to it. Become really devoted to that out of your heart, devotion. And so we're going to bless and seal this vision of us moving forward in our life with infinite love, adoration, gratitude. Infinite love, adoration, gratitude, and devotion. As we know that we all deserve more and more unconditional love at all times, not less. Feeling deeply, divinely, unconditionally loved, adored, cherished, and valued by the universe, by our own higher presence, our tribes and councils of light, and by the world around us. Sealing this energy, Archangel Chamuel in the law of 3 times 3, the flame of abundance, now blessing each of us in the path that we have used our free will to choose. Don't be dissuaded from it. Don't be talked out of it. And don't share it with people until you're really harnessed with it. Really keep it sacred inside yourself, and just be committed to it. Start making it like a daily visualization, a daily prayer. Build up your momentum about it and keep turning it over to your higher presence so that energy of your own higher presence can organize it for your highest and best good. Try to keep your personality and your ego out of the way that just does things that it knows how to do out of your past. Right now, we're going into the future, things that you don't know how to do, but your higher presence in your future self does, and it can bring that back to you. Okay, so we are complete today. I'm super excited to see what comes in tomorrow. Hope you continue joining me for this YouTube Live and helping us to recreate a better, much more awesome world together.